Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Uh, okay. Let me share my screen. I think. Okay. Because I think you don't have something to share. Okay. Uh, let me share. I hope you are seeing the screen. I'll also join in to another account and see what's happening. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me first mute this because. Okay. Hope you can see me. You can see the screen. Uh, okay. Yeah. For the last week, we had as I promised, we had went through a simple application, and we're going to use the MVC architecture and also try to see if you can at least encompass all what you have learned within the last few weeks, so that at least we can get some, we can conclude with Express and Node.js for this time. Yeah, but I did get to finish because I think I had a lot of things to cover, but I had this time. And our session was only 1 hour, so I said we would extend our session so that we can go for Monday, probably also Wednesday, so we can finalize, and on Friday we can begin the next stack, which will be Python for around like 2-3 days. Then we can shift and look at either Django. I think we're going to start with Flask, then we can move to Django. Because I think I'm going to learn Flask with Python. Python and Flask can come together in so that is doing with the time. You have Flask and Python running at the same time. Yeah, and I think on the when it will come to Flask and Python, Emma will be joining us because Emma's stack that like he's confident in, like his main stack that he does is Python. Yeah, and my main stack is JavaScript. Yeah, although I also do Python, but my main stack, which I put maybe I can say most of my time, I usually do it in JavaScript. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can always share. But before, because I know some of you were not around last time, so I'm going to bring show you what we're going to be building and what is going to be encompassing. So I hope you see the screen. I'm going to open another link here. Let me expand it. I think it's localhost 8000 or one. Is it one? Yeah. Because I'm running another server. Okay. So going to increase this size. Yeah. So at localhost 8001, this is what I'm imagining. How the supplier what the supplier dashboard will look like, or the supplier account will be doing. So the supplier maybe has a login page, and in my case this page. Okay, so the supplier can log into my app. This is where they can log into like all the suppliers. I think even the admin all log into this place. They can log in, and we also have maybe in my case. Okay. In my case here, I don't have any authentication. That means right now, although I can log into my app, my app is not authenticated, and I can go to all the different routes with and there's no kind of, they won't stop me. But we're going to look at maybe including passport, so at least you can have authenticated routes. That means, but now if I say slash, if I go slash, I think if I go slash admin, allow logging in, slash admin, okay, the slash users, okay, I can go and you see, go to admin page where I can add the users. Okay, but for now I have to finish all these routes before we go into authentication and validation of data, which will come in a bit later on, because that is quite important. But you need first finish the functionality, then you can add the things like validation of data, checking if the user is not available, checking the email, okay, having error messages, okay. But for now you can, because this is a simple dashboard, but you can make it, you can add on it, okay, in your design. But now my design is so basic that you can make a better dashboard, okay. So previously I think we are stopped where you could add. You can say maybe I say supplier one, okay, then I say maybe sub at mail, okay, .com, then maybe I say Kampala, then I say the password we want. Then I've got the user, okay, which is our supplier, okay. Then if I get a user, of course you can see that you can view the user here, okay. But because right now I'm like an admin, okay, because I wanted us to do maybe a registration, but in our case for Agreement, I don't think the users register themselves. We can say that the users usually the admin creates. That's why I made a create user page. In our case, you can take it in your mind that the create user page is like a registration page, okay, the same thing, okay. And because the admin has rights, they can view that the supplier, they can view all the users, so that's why, okay. And in my case, you can see in my app I'm having the name, which is a supplier, which is weird, the name here, then the email, okay, then the location, which we had, because I wanted to make as simple as possible. Then we had a password, okay, and this password is quite long because I put my password as 134, but the password is hashed, okay. And that's what we had stopped last time. I said like we want to hash the password. Yeah, so let me go back to app, and you can wait before I continue. Let me see if I go to slash in packages. So slash user. Okay, let me see the route. Okay, I think it was slash. Let me put route here. Route. Yeah, I think it's slash user slash packages, slash user slash packages. Single user, I think. Good. Still, you can add a package. Okay, it's almost the same form. This, sorry, the form for creating a package and the form for creating a user are almost the same. Okay, but for now I'm going to copy and paste them. But in the long run, you can use partials, which comes with either express handlebars, and you can just replace the forms because it's almost the same kind of layout. Okay, but for now we had stopped at somewhere of creating the user. Okay, let's go back to our application last time. I stopped somewhere here. Okay, and our app was looking like this. Okay, so maybe we can add the styles so that you can get done with the styles, and you can continue to something which is more kind of crucial, and we'll take our time. Okay, so in my case, I think I use Bootstrap. Yeah, I use Bootstrap, but you can use any other framework where I can use Materialize, whatever you want to use. If you're comfortable, you can always use it. Okay, so before I will go back to review our code, then first go close all this, and then then I think I'll close all this, then I'll go back to my index.js. Okay, down here I think I remember we had added a static okay, we had added the for our middleware for serving static files, okay, which is app.use, then express.static, which helps us to serve static files. Okay, and inside our static files, that's why you can put your styles. Okay, so I want to maybe link them. I think I've linked this already inside our, if you check our main, it's already linked here, line 6. So I'm going to include bootstrap just for what, for the nice styles. Okay, then I'll go back to my, I'm gonna go to, I think it's get bootstrap, I get bootstrap.com. Okay, yeah, get bootstrap here.com. Then you go, so you can go to get bootstrap.com. Then I think I'll go get the link for, I want right now, this case right now, for this case I only want the link for the CSS. Okay, but now maybe I'll get the CSS, the one for the scripts a bit later on, but for now I just only need the CSS. Okay, so I'll copy the CSS. I think I'll put it before my CSS just to write them. Then I'll save this. They do look a bit better, nice. I think to look a bit better. Yeah, just the way we want it. Okay, just like this, a little bit better. Okay, let me increase the bit on this side. Good. Just start. Okay. Yeah. So we had stopped. Remember, we had already created our controllers, our models, okay? Our controllers. Then I'd say that some people prefer separating, so having the routes as controllers. In my case, I prefer separating them because I like having a clean route page. I want the routes to be so clean. Okay, but it's okay. So you can always, instead of having of creating controllers like this, you can always have maybe all these functions. You can have them inside routes, but I prefer having controllers in my case. And I said it's preference. Okay, there's no industrial of doing things, but you follow a certain kind of way organization which can help our developers also. When you're collaborating together, you can at least view and be able to understand the code. Okay, and in my case, that's why I separate everything so that somebody can always know. Okay, if I go maybe to the admin, can see route.post users, then I'm using admin controller here, and I'm getting a create user function, create user method. Okay, and of course they can go back to the admin controllers and get. Okay, maybe if I call an API, I want it to be so clean so that when someone is using my API, don't need to know about my controllers, what's happening. They just need to use only my API, because it will be like I maintain the API and they use the API. Okay, so in my case, I want to separate this because maybe I imagine myself I'm having the backend, okay, and another person is doing the front end. That's why I separate things into controllers and routes. But in your case, you can use controllers, can be the same as routes, doesn't matter. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. But for now, I think we had stopped at somehow creating a package. Okay, and then see. Because if I add a new package, let me see, and maybe I create a user, maybe I say, let's say user one, and I say email, let's say user@mail.com. Okay. Then the location is maybe let's say Mokono. Then the password is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. Then I create a user. In my case, you can see the user here. So of course I'm using the same database as the previous other project. That's why you can I see the user, the first user. But in my case here, so in my case here, I need, you can see what we have done the user here, which is user one, then the email, then the location, then the password. But our password is not encrypted. Okay, so we first encrypt the password before we save it. That's what I want us to have, so this we can encrypt our passwords. Then after encrypting our passwords, we can look at logging in this user. Okay, because the create package is almost the same as the create user, so I don't need to retrieve it anymore. So I'm going to first like this for today's session. One time maybe encrypting the password. Okay, then I'll try to log in and decrypt. Let me see. Someone's asking. Sorry that, but it's so. Okay, so let me first finish here and I'll answer your question. So in my case here, yeah, we are saying we're trying to encrypt the password, okay, together. Yeah, I'm going to look at that later on the request of the body. Okay? So, but in this case here, that's why I'm trying to encrypt the password, okay, and I think if I go back to my controllers and I look at admin controller, okay, which is for creating our user, you can see here, that's what you're saying. Password not safe has to be encrypted, okay. Yeah, then ask a question. Open, you are saying request.body.password. Yeah, so request.body is provided by, it comes from our request, okay, requester parameter, okay, because we have response. Let's say rest on, it has .render, it has .render here, it has .send, it has .json, okay, together. But for us to get the body, okay, to get the body okay, we have to first go ahead and use what we call the body parser middleware, okay. In our previous case, like before, I think React 4, no, before Express 4, I think Express 3 and below, we used to actually install something called body parser, and body parser allows us, because here I'm passing ID version, okay, whenever you see you can say app.use, okay, whenever you are seeing app.use, we actually using a middleware, okay. We are saying let this middleware be global, okay. That means the request object. I think I didn't explain middleware, my bad, but I think I'll share some kind of resource where I can do about middleware. But know that once you say app.use, okay, you are setting a global middleware, okay. And instead our global middleware allows us to use to use the request.body, okay. So when you add middleware, it's mostly added to the request.body, okay. So go look at maybe adding middleware, maybe adding passport middleware, okay, which usually accessed by what? By the request object. It's a bit confusing, but I think I'll share with you some resources you can understand a bit better, okay. But know that request.body is provided once we add this middleware, okay. That's something called body parser, okay. It allows us to get data format from this. I think that was your question. Good. So back to our admin container together. What we want to do by now, we want to encrypt our password, okay, together. Yeah, and I think to encrypt our password, I thought there are so many other packages, okay, there are so many other things, but in my case I'm going to use something called bcrypt, okay. So it's called bcrypt, yeah, no, bcrypt like that, okay. And can also go and look at bcrypt. So I can say npm epmf.com, then I can search for bcrypt, okay. And bcrypt allows us to change our password into a long string, okay. And then but it also allows us to decrypt it, okay. So encrypting is just getting your like a normal text and making it a bit longer and adding some other texts on it, okay, like hiding it. Okay, so I'll add this bcrypt. Yeah, bcrypt, I think it comes here first. Yeah, so bcrypt. So bcrypt here, okay. And let's say you can download, it has got a lot of downloads, okay. And you can use npm or yarn add bcrypt, okay. I think I have it already. Let me see. I have it right now. So I don't have it, so I'm going to stop my server. Ctrl C. Then I'll install it, okay. I'll say yarn add bcrypt. Yeah, I'll add bcrypt, okay. And down here they will tell you how to use the bcrypt, okay. I tell you the versions of how it's working. I think previously it was called bcrypt.js. Yeah, but now I think it's called bcrypt, okay. And you can already see, okay. Yeah, of course you require it, okay. Then before I can explain the get sort and all this stuff, but it's first required, okay. It's first require our bcrypt. So we're going to encrypt our password just before we add it, okay. Just before we add the form data, okay. Then I can come and say import, okay, bcrypt from bcrypt. Yeah. Then in this case that's saying, okay, for you to generate a hash, okay, or encrypt your password together, you must first generate a sort. I think it's sort here. Okay. If you, I don't want to do all this, but for you to first create a hash or encrypt your password, because in your case, if you look at our password here, this is a hash password, okay. It's hashed or encrypted password, okay. and this is it has an hash to it. Okay, so maybe you get your password, make your password here. Maybe I say my password here. My password is maybe pass. Okay, then it will remove the pass. Okay, then it just creates a random string. Okay, random string together. But this random string is always what is it's always the same. So it always has the same kind of the same beginning. It's almost they all look the same. Okay, but when you use what we call a sort, every new password, okay, we have a different encryption. Okay, maybe if the password maybe is pass maybe like 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and then the hashes is maybe it's this. Okay, together. Okay, if you add an assort, it will create if you hash that assort, it will create maybe another password, maybe another password here. Okay, to create another password, to create another hash called maybe quad, like that, maybe quality, then to create just add a few strings at the end. Okay, but when you create what get a sort, okay, it creates kind of a different, you don't create email, to create some, maybe you create like a different kind of random string. Okay, it's just for randomizing, but I don't want to get into the bcrypt. Okay, you can always read the documentation of bcrypt, but no, I'm not just use it. Okay, and I will excuse me, and in my case, okay, because they always tell you, okay, they tell you generate a hash. Okay, then I'm going to use technique 2. Okay, because I saying technique 1 generate a hash and hash on a separate function, because technique 2, okay, auto generate a hash, okay, and a hash. Okay, I'm going to use these two together, and I'm saying, okay, bcrypt.hash, then you say my plain text password, comma, then you put maybe the number of rounds, which is maybe here, like the how many times you want to encrypt your password. Okay, then you go back, you pass in a callback function which takes in an error, and your hash, then it returns. Okay, together. So in this case, I'm going to just maybe use this. Okay, bcrypt hash. Okay, then I'll just copy this. I think I'm going to use technique number 2. Okay, copy it. Then because this is my plain password. Okay, this is my plain password together. This is my plain. Okay, so what I'm going to do is maybe before I create the user, I'm going to just come here, Ctrl V. Okay, call, okay, this hash. Okay, say bcrypt.hash my plain text plain text password is this. Okay, I'm going to just copy this. The copy the Ctrl X actually cut it. Okay, then paste it here. Okay, Ctrl V together. Then it will say number of times, which is maybe I will say let's say 10. Okay, because 10 is what they recommend. Okay, the minimum 10. Okay, then a callback function is this. Okay, pass an error and a hash. Okay, then in my case, because this is a callback function, sorry, this is a bcrypt is also a promise-based library. Okay, I'm going to just include store a hash in the password. This has to be hash password. Sorry, function. It has to be, let me see, hashed password. Okay, hashed password. Okay. So to have an error, then the hash password together, then you can store it. Okay, in my case, I'm going to, of course, here I want to store everything, so I'm going to just come starting from I think this callback here, so this promise up to here. Okay, Ctrl X, I just shift it and put it in a callback function here. Okay, Ctrl V, because right now I want to first hash before I save. Okay, then I can pass here, so password I can pass hash password here, hashed password, just that. Okay, this here. Okay, good. Then I think this hash returns a promise. No, then because once I'm passing a callback, it will return out a promise. Okay, yes, then I can save this and I see. Then if there's an error, of course we'll cause my error later on, but for now let's first test it out. Okay, then I'll just call yarn dev. Good. I'll go back to my localhost 8000 and check. Okay, refresh. But now there's no error. Okay, then try to add a new password, a new user, that's it, sub user, okay. Let's say user, test user, okay, test user, okay. Then add maybe an email, let's say test@mail.com. Then maybe the question, let's say same Kampala, let's say password 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, create user. Then bcrypt is not defined. Did I spell bcrypt? B. Okay, the spelling is wrong. Okay, so I think it's supposed to be B. Can you just copy this? Okay, copy. Yeah, then save this. Okay, one more time. Then let's say password 1 2 3 4 5. Then create user. And then it has what? It has now encrypted what? Our password. Okay, quite simple. Okay, the simple way. Just do a computation, then try it. Okay, but you are seeing how us using callbacks and using a seek and await. Sorry, using callbacks and promises, it can get a bit kind of tricky. Okay, that's why I recommend changing your code and using a seek and await. Okay, together. A seek and await makes things easy. Okay, because in our case here, for a seek, I don't need what to add. Maybe the I don't need the day, I don't need the catch. Okay, together. But I think it's a choice. Okay, if you feel comfortable with promises, use promises. If you're comfortable with a seek and await, use a seek and await. But I recommend a seek and await. Okay. Yeah, so for now we have managed to add a user and we managed to encrypt a password. Okay, the next part is we're going to try to log in this user together, but we'll try to log in a user into a system, but right now we'll not deal with authentication. That means we will try to check the user authenticated. Just try to log in. Okay, try to see if the user can access our system. Which is a few lines of code, and you can see it's quite simple. Okay, so in that case right now we're done with create user. Maybe I want to create another authentication, because right now I'm in another validation. Okay, so I'm in another validation. Just write here down what I didn't do. Okay, in this case we didn't do no validation. Okay, of data. In data, okay, would also account for error message. Account for errors. Okay, data. Yeah, so I also ignore the accounting for errors. Okay, accounting for errors. Yeah, and we did also no authentication. We're going to look at authentication maybe a little bit later on, but it's gonna be quite fast. Okay. For authentication. Okay, let me save this one. Yeah, so right now I'm going to get another controller. I'm going to call it auth controller, because now that's where it's going to be dealing with that login and login bit of it. Okay, so I'm going to call it let me call it auth controller .js. Okay, and like usual, you always bring it you got a constant which is for auth, our auth controller. This will deal with that with all things of logging in the user. Okay, in my case I'm going to say maybe I want to say login. Okay, user. Okay, no, it's supposed to be async. I'm going to async and await, so async. Okay, then I'll pass in res request, then I'll pass it the response. Then then maybe I'll say res dot render. Okay, I want render login page. Okay, I want to say login. Okay, it's gonna be /auth/login /auth. Okay, /login, because when we create the view code, auth login. Okay, yeah, so in my case this is the get user. Okay, the get login form, let's call it get. Okay, get login, let's get login form, let's get login. Okay, together, then there'll be a call here login user. Okay. So the get login will get the form, and the login will what will actually go ahead and post. Okay, res slash rec slash res. Of course I'll go so it's going to say res, let's say dot redirect. Sorry, just redirect here. Okay, redirect redirect to this is slash to be auth slash login. Yeah, let's say login, let's say slash let's say after, let's say it will be user slash packages. Okay, so it will once you log in to redirect it to user slash packages. Okay, so I'm going to create maybe the packages view. Okay, so inside my view with my view here, so I'm going to create a folder code code auth. Okay, then I guess maybe supposed to be here. Inside my auth, I'm going to create maybe a login page. Okay, login page, login dot hbs. Okay, remember this hbs is our view. Okay, and it's configured in our index. Okay, which is here, express handlebars. Okay, yeah, and that's why if I go to folder, if I go to views, I'll look for the folder called auth. So let me just say here I'll go to the folder called auth, then I'll look for login to what to render this view. Okay, so right now for now let me create the login form. For now I'm going to go ahead and copy the login form which I did last time. Okay, and to my return which I did here, take views. Okay. Yeah, and the form is quite simple. Okay, it's a simple form. Okay, it's a form. It goes to slash auth slash login together. That's why it will be posting. Okay, and then the method is post like usual because we're posting data, and then we have an email. Okay, which will be our email, then our password. Okay, then the submit button. Okay, it's quite a simple form. Okay, let's first render it and you see the form. Okay, so right now I'm going to go back to my route, to my app admin. I'm going to create another route called let's call it auth. Let's call it auth. I don't mind having many route files. Okay, but it's up to you how you arrange your files. Okay, there's no industry of that. There's no like you have to do this. Okay, but for me, I arrange myself in this way. I'm repeating it again, but you can always arrange it the way you feel comfortable. Okay, when I'm going to get express, then the route. Okay, I'm going to get this too. Maybe everything here. Okay, copy everything here, come to my auth. Then here I will, instead of auth admin, I'm going to call auth controller. Here I'm also going to call auth controller. Then I'll get my express router, the middleware. Then I'm going to post to slash auth slash login. Okay, for login bit of it. Then for the getting, I'll get maybe slash auth again slash login. Then maybe I'll say auth controller. Then auth controller here. It just has get login, then login user. Okay, back to our, let me close this up. Okay, then slash auth, then I'm going to say dot login user. Okay, here to be dot get login, login. Yeah, so supposed to be auth controller. Is that a mistake? Because should okay. So now if I go to slash auth, okay, slash login, I should see my login form. Saying you can get slash auth slash login. Okay, since I've exported this, I need to now go ahead in my index and require it. Okay, require it. So I'll just come here, copy this, okay, then paste it here. I know it's a bit redundant, but it's up to you. For me, I prefer it this kind of way, but you can always change it up. Okay, but now go to save, then I'll come here, get this, control copy, control V, and let me change this one to auth instead of admin. Auth. So here I will just change to auth. Let's save. Then if it's another error, what's happening? It's saying admin routes has already been declared. But I changed this already. Wait, let's see. Go to save. Controller. I should do pass of this. Okay. One more time. Run dev. Auth controller. I did export. Excuse me. If I go back to my auth controller, I did export. Okay. So I need to export default auth controller. Okay, can I save this? Yeah. Sorry, I don't need this. Okay, because I think it was by auto importing it. That's it. Good. Now if it's running, there's no error. So let me refresh this. I should see a form. Should be slash auth slash controller. Okay. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be here. Let's save it here. It's supposed to be down here. It's supposed to be slash auth, not admin, slash auth. Okay. Then save. Refresh this page. Why? Okay. Because admin controller, admin routes, auth.js, not auto.js I'm having. Okay, I should remove this. The auth here, because remember, it's a parent root. Refresh this page. Yeah, good. Okay, this is my login form. Okay, together. Yeah. So I'm going to try to mimic, okay, login, but in my case, I want to keep the sessions. I want to authenticate, okay, but I'll try to see to make a login. Actually, I'll not mimic, rather I'll actually login, okay, but I want to keep the session. I want to authenticate the user, okay, but I just have a simple login, okay. Although the login it's not a valid login, like it's not a valid authentication, but it's a simple login which you can always add authentication, which will be adding authentication a bit later on. Maybe if you go and explore a bit of we're going to look at the passport, because right now I think we don't have enough time, but we're going to look at passport on Wednesday. Passport, but then I think we'll be done with Express. Look at passport, authentication, and sessions, which will be next Wednesday. So yes, the next one day. Okay. So since right now I have a controller code auth, okay, controller code auth, you see, controller, okay, and says get login, then login user. So I get login, it will be as simple as that, okay. Then the login, okay. The login will be quite simple, okay. Login will be simple, okay. But although I want to do that validation, okay. So the first thing which we must at least check, okay, is check if the user exists together, okay. That means you're going to log in users who are there logged in. Okay, this is a bit of maybe the first bit of authentication. Okay, get the actual user. Okay, as the email and password, are they kind of the same? Are they the same? Do they concur with each other? Okay. Okay, so maybe of course it's a post request. Okay, it's a post request because if you check our auth route start, it's a post request. Okay, slash login, which takes in login user. So in my case, I'm going to just maybe first get the body. Okay, so like usually I'll just say const. Okay, then I get the form data. Before I get the form data, okay, because right now I'm checking. I don't get all the form data because I'm not saving the data, but I'm checking. Okay, I'm trying to check. Okay, so right now I want to get all the form. I just get the first bit. Okay, the first check. I'll first check the email. Okay, because I think I'm using the email here. Okay, but it's same thing for what if you're using maybe username. Okay, the same kind of approach. Okay, let me minimize this. Okay, I'm going to say const, then I get the email. Okay, because right now I'm getting the email. Okay, so an email equals to request. So not request, rather request object. Then you get using the body parser. You get the body. Okay, and the body now contains an email. Okay, an email. Sorry about this. Contains an email. Email. Okay, email name. And you can always to verify that our body contains email. You can check our auth login. You have a name of email together. Then you can go back to our auth controller. Let me close this up. Okay. Also, let me minimize this. Yeah, our auth controller. You can see now you get that request dot email. Okay. Once you have posted, get the request dot email. Okay. Then you can now check does the email exist. Okay. Together. Yeah, that's quite simple. Okay. You can say const. Okay. Okay. Check the user. Okay. User equals, because I'm using a second await. Okay. I will say I want to await. Okay. Okay. Await for the user. Okay. But I think I need a user here. I'll say import user. Okay. From because I'm going to use my mouse to check. Okay. The slash models slash user.js. Okay, together. Then I will check. Okay, I use because this tracks our the models track our database. Okay, our database changes. Okay, so I'll say user. Then I'll say don't find. Okay, and then I will use don't find one. Okay, because you can also use don't find one. Okay, use don't find by ID, but ID will be a bit hectic to work with. Maybe just find one. Okay. Find one. Okay, user, then I wait. Okay, the response. Okay, then I will check. Okay, yeah, then here it passes in what a condition. Okay, and our condition is quite simple. Our condition will be saying find the email. Okay, this email here. Okay, this email which matches the email. Okay, which matches this email, which is this. If you go to models here, matches this email here. Okay, our model, yeah, our document line. Okay, see document line. Yeah, it's a document line. Okay, because it's a document. Factor out controller. Okay, then you're saying check if the email if this email exists. Okay, yeah, and that's it. Okay, that's what you're checking. You check. Okay, so once this runs, because I think you're waiting for it to find. Okay, so once you have the user, okay, ready, okay, in this object here, let me show you an example. Okay, if I say login. Okay, so log, I want login, or say I want to log the user. Okay, then let's start posting something. Let me begin my console here so you can see what's happening. Okay, this example I want to maybe because here it will check the email. Okay, if it exists. Let's first check what email do you have. Localhost 8000 /admin. Okay, /users, and inside our thing we have user. Let's try user dot email. Okay, control copy. So I'll just paste this email here. Okay, then the password can be any password that matter. Okay, the password that matter. Okay, then I can login. then I think it will give me, okay, user 1 to give me the name, okay, the ID and the email, okay, and the location and the password, which coincides to this, okay, to our test username, this, okay. But for example, okay, if I put maybe like if I say, let's refresh this, okay, if I say maybe like this, and I say gmail.com, maybe a wrong password, okay. If I log in, okay, it will give me null, okay, because the user does not exist, okay, together. That means now you can check and say you can check maybe validate, okay, and say if user, let's say if user, okay, equals null, okay, together. This equals null together. You can say I want to redirect res.redirect, okay. Then I want to redirect to slash. What was it called? Redirect to auth, okay, slash login, okay. Maybe it will be that, but it's okay. Auth login, okay. Maybe there will be an error here, but don't bother about that error, okay. Then if not OS, okay, if the user is null, okay, if the user exists, okay, let's check the password, okay. Does the password compare to the previous password? Do the passwords work, okay? Are they coinciding with each other, okay? Let me just do this, Control X, okay, come here, Control V, okay. So if the password, if the user exists, okay, then let's check the password, okay. Then you can, because right now I'm going to check the password. Remember our passwords right now, they are encrypted, okay, they are encrypted. So I need to decrypt, okay. So what I need to do is what do I need to do? I need to await, okay, okay. Then I will await decrypt, okay. Decrypt. Yeah. Wait. Because it's not working away. So if the user exists, okay. Since the user is not null, let's put an if here. If, okay. The same as if, okay. If should be like this, okay. And because here the first I'm saying if the user exists together, if the user is null, go back to what, to login. If s, that means if this user is not null, okay. And let me check the password, okay. So I will say I'm going to wait, okay. Await the password. I will await, then bring in decrypt. Decrypt, how do you spell decrypt? RYT, yeah. So I'll bring in decrypt here at the top, okay. I will say import decrypt. I think it's YPT decrypt from decrypt. I think it's YPT. Supposed to be YPT. Hopefully it's the one. Yeah, and yeah, decrypt. So decrypt from decrypt. Then I can say await decrypt together. Then you can look at here, okay. Look at our documentation here, okay. It says check password together. So it says decrypt.compare. Then you can pass in a callback function, okay. Then so you pass in wait, check password. You get your to check password. Not password from okay. So you get your plain text password. You pass in hash. Nah, this is not what I want. Yeah, this is what I want. I think I want to compare the password, okay, then the hash, okay. Yeah, this can work. Then I want to say decrypt dot compare. It's not compare, okay. Dot compare, okay. Want to compare, which is, remember here I'm not going to compare. Let me just get the password const, okay. Password here. Password equals to rec dot body dot password. Yeah, this password is, remember, is a name of our password inside our form. Okay, now I say dot compare. I want to compare the password. Okay, because I say get the password here. Then I'll pass in the hash. Our hash comes from user. Okay, because this is our user here, which is here. Remember, our user is this. Okay, user here. Okay, user. This is the user. Okay, user dot password. And because it has a password. Okay, the password. Because this is our user. Okay, our user has a password key. Okay, the password. Yeah, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, just compare. Okay, wait, dot compare password. Okay, then the password which coming from our phone, this password here. Okay? Then the user password, check if they are kind of the same. You can redirect them to what, to user slash packages. Okay, is, okay, this is here. Okay, is whatever happens. Okay, if something happens, there's an error somewhere in between, let's just redirect them back to the login. Yeah, control save. Good. But remember, right now we haven't passed things like messages, we haven't passed things like all those, things like yeah. I haven't put like flashes, like, because I think people have used Flask, like you can flash a message. Okay, but now I haven't used that. But for now, at least we can see, we can log in. Okay, and check. So let's save this and see if it works. Then that's all I'm good. Okay, refresh. Good. So okay, let's try to use this. Maybe let's create a new user, because I don't know the password. Okay, let's say user, test user. Okay, test. Okay, then I'll say test, okay, at mail.com. then the location will be maybe, let's say, table. Okay, then the password will be password, let's pick 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, then I go to the user, then I should have test user, test at mail, and then okay, good. But you can see I'm having the same email, sorry, not the email, so this is okay. So okay, the email here, copy the email, no document here, refresh this page, be sure, then try. Okay, the password was, I think it was 1 2 3 4 5. Login. Yeah, and they're saying slash user auth. Oh, so I think where I shouldn't put the auth, redirect auth login. Say can't get auth slash user slash packages. So I think I should just remove the should be slash user slash packages. One more time and I see. Okay, I check last bit of it. Oh, good. So test email here, then password 1 2 3 4 5. Then I can log in. Yeah, can't get, it's okay, no, it works. Okay, because I don't have a user slash packages route. Okay, yeah, but let's put a wrong password. Okay, maybe this is a right password. Let's put maybe the state 3. Okay, a mistake. Then right password is 1 2 3 4 5. It should redirect the same page. Okay, login. If you refresh, come back together. Then if I put the right email and the wrong password, which is this. Okay, the wrong password, maybe I put wrong password. Okay, the login, it should also redirect the same page. Okay, but for now you can pass messages. Okay, but I haven't yet passed the message. Okay, for now. Yeah, but you can always pass messages together. Maybe you can just say although this is not a definite way. Okay, you can pass maybe say MSG. Okay, you can pass here. I can say wrong, no, sorry, let's say you are logged in. Okay, you are logged in. update. Okay. Yeah, so it can always send out a message, okay, and you can always add this message inside our inside your maybe you can put it inside the main, okay. It can be inside the main, but for now yes, but for now we will put a partial later on, okay? But you can maybe just put the message inside our just put, because I don't think inside maybe our login page here. You can put a message, okay. Just put here and say if message sorry, if MSD, okay, then we can end if, I think it's a hash if, okay. If message, okay, message exists, then you can say put maybe an h1 here saying MSK, okay. Very simple, okay. But you can make it more advanced and maybe add other things, add more styles, okay. Same thing, we'll go to the packages folder, packages file here. Same thing, I'll put here if message, okay, save. But before that, then first read out the message because we have a package. But right, I don't have a packages, a user touch packages, okay. Let me go and let me just quit very fast, okay, before, because so much time. Actually, it's time, but let me just quit one more thing, then I'll quit a day, okay. Now I'm going to be user. So inside our controllers, okay, controllers here, controller, okay. Now add a user, okay, user controller, our package controller here, okay, .js, okay. Then I'll create a use controller, okay, equals to this, okay. Then add maybe get packages. I think I'll wait. And then for the equals here, sync. Then I get a response request. Okay, then I will just then I just come here and I say maybe render want render packages slash packages package, I think it's package. So inside our slash package package plus package, yeah. So that is control here. Did that, okay. I'm very first sorry about this hurry, because I want us to just check out this, then we can quit a day. Then I'll go back to my here. I'll quit our users. I'm going to quit our users user.js, okay. We go this in very fast. So I'm being a bit too fast because I think I've looked at all this. Don't waste your time. So I'll change this to user controller, then also user controller, user controller here. Then here same user controller plus get login, okay. So get package, okay. Yeah, then it should go to slash user slash package here, I think package.js, okay. Then here if I go to my index, I'll bring in my user routes, okay. User routes from user.js down here. I will also slash user here. Then this will be user route. Then I save this. Good. Everything should be okay now. Yeah. Then if I refresh here, what's happening? Sorry. Import the controller, I think. Oh, I didn't export this. I just forget to export. default user controller, yeah, we cancel this, then the error should go away. Control save, good. So this should, if I go back to and click right, route.post requires a callback both an object and if I know what's happening. So my user here should be get packages. So about that, so the user should be tell our route here. User route should be packages, not package. Good. Save this. Then the error should go away. Good. Refresh this. What is saying? If that's not, did I make a mistake with the if? Wait. Did I make a mistake with how I did the if? If otherwise, did I make a mistake with the if? We said our route should. No, I did. Right. Then check my route is that error which I did so far. I'm going to this right now. Should be if hash if double bracket. Let's see. No, if this is